All right, welcome. We have a fairly large voting session today. We'll start with House Bill 309. Delegate Lewis.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. House Bill 309 essentially updates it makes consistent across the state our language for harassment. It expands the time frame for a state employee in the executive branch to file a complaint regardless of their identity. And really, it makes it similar to what we have in the legislature. There's no amendment on the bill. Move favorable.
Just a quick question. So it looks like it expands it to 2 years. What is it under current law?
Right now, it's 30 days, but there's other places in the code where it's already 2 years, so we're just making it consistent for all state employees that they have up to 2 years to bring harassment charges.
Okay, so under current law, the majority of these...
A complaint of harassment.
So the majority of these agencies, are they at 2 years or are they at the 30 days? Do we know?
I mean, I would defer to counsel, but my understanding is that it's inconsistent.
So currently, it's 30 days for going to, for most complaints for harassment, you can go to the Commission on Civil Rights in up to 2 years. Currently, though, for an harassment claim, it's unclear if you can bring it to the Equal Employment Opportunity Program, which is separate. So there's EEOP within Department of Budget Management, and then there's the Civil Rights Commission. And those are what are not currently aligned in the timeline.
Okay, practically speaking, under which sorts of conditions would somebody wait 2 years to file a complaint? It seems like an awful long time.
I think you'd have to speak more to advocates who've worked on victims of harassment, and something along from like what we heard from the sponsor. Maybe Delegate Lewis could speak to that.
Yeah, they may not have realized that something that happened was an instance that they received it as harassment. You know, it may have taken time. So.
Was there anyone?
The main point was, though, extend it beyond currently 30 days, so you get up to 2 years.
Okay, it doesn't look like there's any opposition, right?
Nope, it's also moved in the Senate. I think it just passed second reader, too.
47. So nothing I would imagine. No. Okay, thank you.
Any other discussion?
I guess my concern is do a lot of these employees, do they serve at will because they're in the executive branch agencies?
I do not believe so.
Okay. So in other words, don't they have rights already as if they're not serving at the pleasure of the department heads? So we don't, do we need this is what I'm asking.
Well, we do. That's why Delegate Simpson brought the bill. You can bring some complaints towards the Commission on Civil Rights, but this is for the EEO process. So.
All right.
Yep.
Vice Chair Chang. Vice Chair Chang is a yay. Delegate Corman. Delegate Corman is a yay. Delegate Smith. Delegate Smith is a yay. Delegate Resnick. Delegate Resnick is a yay. Delegate Bridges. Delegate Bridges is a yay. Delegate Lewis. Delegate Lewis is a yay. Delegate Grice. Delegate Grice is a yay. Delegate Chetty. Delegate Chetty is a yay. Delegate Anderton. Delegate Anderton is a yay. Delegate Acevero. Delegate Acevero is a yay. Delegate McComas. Delegate McComas is a yay. Delegate Jones. Delegate Jones is a yay. Delegate Stonko. Delegate Stonko is a yay. Delegate McCaskill. Delegate McCaskill is a yay. Delegate Harris. Delegate Harris is a yay. Delegate Edelson. Delegate Edelson is a yay. Delegate Ivy. Delegate Ivy is a yay. Delegate Metzger. Delegate Metzger is a yay. Delegate Watson. Delegate Watson is a yay. Delegate Solomon. Delegate Solomon is a yay. Delegate Forbes. Delegate Forbes is a yay.
Bill passes. House Bill 524, remember, was just a strictly technical bill from the Maryland Stadium Authority. We do have some amendments. Amendment number 1 is technical. Amendment number 2 alters some definitions in the bill, alters membership of the Stadium Authority, makes some other technical changes with regard to the BRT program and fund, and alters some provisions relating to distributing funds for BRT program. Move the amendments. Second. Any discussion on the amendments? Bus rapid transit. Yep. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed no. The amendments pass. Any discussion on the bill? Roll call.
Vice Chair Chang? Vice Chair Chang is yea. Delegate Corman? Delegate Corman's yea. Delegate Smith? Delegate Smith is yea. Delegate Resnick? Delegate Resnick is yea. Delegate Bridges? Delegate Bridges is yea. Delegate Lewis? Delegate Lewis is yea. Delegate Grice? Delegate Grice is yea. Delegate Shetty? Delegate Shetty is yea. Delegate Anderson? Delegate Anderson is yea. Delegate Acevero? Delegate Acevero is a yea. Delegate McComas? Delegate McComas is a yea. Delegate Jones? Delegate Jones is a yea. Delegate Stanko? Delegate Stanko is a yea. Delegate McCaskill? Delegate McCaskill is a yea. Delegate Harris? Delegate Harris is a yea. Delegate Edelson? Delegate Edelson is a yea. Delegate Ivy? Delegate Ivy? Delegate Metzger is a yea. Delegate Watson? Delegate Watson is a yea. Delegate Solomon? Delegate Solomon is a yea. Delegate Forbes? Delegate Forbes is a yea.
Bill passes. House Bill 581, Delegate Edelson.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. House Bill 581 would allow specified retirees of Historic St. Mary's City Commission to include service in the optional retirement plan in the calculation of creditable service to determine eligibility for state retiree health insurance benefits. Rhodes is going to have a fun time with that one. It also establishes that the specified employees must be considered to have begun state service on or before June 30th, 2011. There are two amendments. Amendment number 1 is technical. Amendment number 2 strikes the bill as introduced and substitutes provisions to make any creditable service for state employees in the executive, legislative, or judicial branch count towards determining eligibility for retiree health benefits, including the scope of the bill as introduced and any other currently affected individuals. Move the amendments.
Amendments? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. Any discussion on the bill? Roll call.
Vice Chair Chang? Vice Chair Chang is a yea. Delegate Corman? Delegate McCorman is a yea. Delegate Smith? Delegate Smith is a yea. Delegate Resnick? Delegate Resnick is abstaining. Delegate Bridges is, Delegate Bridges? Delegate Bridges is a yea. Delegate Lewis? Delegate Lewis is a yea. Delegate Grice? Delegate Grice is a yea. Delegate Chetty? Delegate Chetty is a yea. Delegate Anderson? Delegate Anderson is a yea. Delegate Acevero? Delegate Acevero is a yea. Delegate McComas? Delegate McComas is a yea. Delegate Delegate Jones? Delegate Jones is a yea. Delegate Stanko? Delegate Stanko is a yea. Delegate McCaskill? Delegate McCaskill is a yea. Delegate Harris? Delegate Harris is a yea. Delegate Edelson? Delegate Edelson is a yea. Delegate Ivy? Delegate Ivy is a yea. Delegate Metzger? Delegate Metzger is a yea. Delegate Watson? Delegate Watson is a yea. Delegate Solomon? Delegate Solomon is a yea. Delegate Forbes? Delegate Forbes is a yea.
Bill passes. House Bill 614, Tyler.
House Bill 614 requires each area agency on aging to establish a dementia care navigation program. The Maryland Department of Aging must oversee and train dementia care navigation program staff and disseminate best practices and collect data. Beginning in fiscal 2025, the governor must include an annual appropriation in the budget bill of $2.4 million, and the funds must be distributed proportionally to each area agency on aging. There's an amendment. The amendment changes the name of the program, provides that area agencies must implement the provisions of the bill within funding limitations, and makes technical changes.
All right. Any question on the amendment? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. I'll move the bill favorable. Any question on the bill? Any discussion? Roll call.
Vice Chair Chang? Vice Chair Chang is a yea. Delegate Corman? Delegate Corman is a yea. Delegate Smith? Delegate Smith is a yea. Delegate Resnick? Delegate Resnick is a yea. Delegate Bridges? Delegate Bridges is a yea. Delegate Lewis? Delegate Lewis is a yea. Delegate Grice? Delegate Grice is a yea. Delegate Chetty? Delegate Chetty is a yea. Delegate Anderson? Delegate Anderson is a yea. Delegate Acevero? Delegate Acevero is a yea. Delegate McComas? Delegate McComas is a yea. Delegate Jones? Delegate Jones is a yea. Delegate Stanko? Delegate Stanko is a yea. Delegate McCaskill? Delegate McCaskill is a yea. Delegate Harris? Delegate Harris is a yea. Delegate Edelson? Delegate Edelson is a yea. Delegate Ivy? Delegate Ivy is a yea. Delegate Metzger? Delegate Metzger is a yea. Delegate Watson? Delegate Watson is a yea. Delegate Solomon? Delegate Solomon is a yea. Delegate Forbes? Delegate Forbes is a yea.
House Bill 637, Delegate Lewis.
House Bill 637, this bill authorizes a full-time sworn deputy sheriffs and correctional deputies in the Washington County Sheriff Office at or below the rank of sergeant to engage in collective bargaining and was supported by their delegation. Move the bill.
Bill's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Roll call.
Vice Chair Chang? Vice Chair Chang is a yea. Delegate Corman? Delegate Corman, ZA. Delegate Smith. Delegate Smith is EA. Delegate Resnick. Delegate Resnick, ZA. Delegate Bridges. Delegate Bridges is EA. Delegate Lewis. Delegate Lewis is EA. Delegate Grice. Delegate Grice is EA. Delegate Shetty. Delegate Shetty is EA. Delegate Anderson. Delegate Anderson is a yea. Delegate Acevero. Delegate Acevero is a yea. Delegate McComas. Delegate McComas is a yea. Delegate Jones. Delegate Jones is a yea. Delegate Stanco. Delegate Stanco is a yea. Delegate McCaskill. Delegate McCaskill is a yea. Delegate Harris. Delegate Harris is a yea. Delegate Edelson. Delegate Edelson is a yea. Delegate Ivy. Delegate Ivy is a yea. Delegate Metzger. Delegate Metzger is a yea. Delegate Watson. Delegate Watson is a yea. Delegate Solomon. Delegate Solomon is a yea. Delegate Forbes. Delegate Forbes is a yea.
Bill passes. We're going to hold House Bill 701, House Bill 735, Delegate Chang, Vice Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. House Bill 735 is a departmental bill authorizing the use of $30 million in academic facilities bonds for the purpose of financing and refinancing construction, renovation, and renewal projects at the University System of Maryland buildings. And there are two amendments. Amendment number 1 is technical. Amendment number 2 allows proceeds from the sale of a system building to be used to certain purposes for non-residential campuses. Move the amendments.
Any question on the amendments? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. Roll call.
Vice Chair Chang. Vice Chair Chang is a yea. Delegate Corman. Delegate Corman is a yea. Delegate Smith. Delegate Smith is a yea. Delegate Resnick. Delegate Resnick is a yea. Delegate Bridges. Delegate Bridges is a yea. Delegate Lewis. Delegate Lewis is a yea. Delegate Grice. Delegate Grice is a yea. Delegate Shetty. Delegate Shetty is a yea. Delegate Anderson. Delegate Anderson is a yea. Delegate Acevero. Delegate Acevero is a yea. Delegate McComas. Delegate McComas is a yea. Delegate Jones. Delegate Jones is a yea. Delegate Stanco. Delegate Stanco is a yea. Delegate McCaskill. Delegate McCaskill is a yea. Delegate Harris. Delegate Harris is a yea. Delegate Edelson. Delegate Edelson is a yea. Delegate Ivy. Delegate Ivy is a yea. Delegate Metzger. Delegate Metzger is a yea. Delegate Watson. Delegate Watson is a yea. Delegate Solomon. Delegate Solomon is a yea. Delegate Forbes. Delegate Forbes is a yea.
3, Delegate Shetty.
So this is a Montgomery County local delegation bill related to the sheriff's office employees and enabling, thank you, enabling binding arbitration for those members. This bill has no amendments. Move favorable.
Bill's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Vice Chair Chang. Vice Chair Chang is a yea. Delegate Corman. Delegate Corman is a yea. Delegate Smith. Delegate Smith is a yea. Delegate Resnick. Delegate Resnick is a yea. Delegate Bridges. Delegate Bridges is a yea. Delegate Lewis. Delegate Lewis is a yea. Delegate Grice. Delegate Grice is a yea. Delegate Shetty. Delegate Shetty is a yea. Delegate Anderson. Delegate Anderson is a yea. Delegate Acevero. Delegate Acevero abstains. Delegate McComas. Delegate McComas is a yea. Delegate Jones. Delegate Jones is a yea. Delegate Stanco. Delegate Stanco is a yea. Delegate McCaskill. Delegate McCaskill is a yea. Delegate Harris. Delegate Harris is a yea. Delegate Edelson. Delegate Edelson is a yea. Delegate Ivy. Delegate Ivy is a yea. Delegate Metzger. Delegate Metzger is a yea. Delegate Watson. Delegate Watson is a yea. Delegate Solomon. Delegate Solomon is a yea. Delegate Forbes. Delegate Forbes is a yea.
And just a reminder, the committee rules are, I think that for those watching, 2 of our delegates believe they have conflicts on these, so that's why they've taken the rule. We don't allow a pass otherwise unless there's a conflict. House Bill 764, Delegate Shetty.
That enables impasse arbitration as part of collective bargaining agreements within the Housing Opportunities Commission of Montgomery County. This bill passed unanimously as amended, has 2 amendments. Amendment number 1 is technical. Amendment number 2 changes the timeline for when the executive director must submit a certain final offer to the commission and certain details of the final offer. Move the amendments.
Second. Question on the amendments. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. The ayes have it. Move the bill as amended. All right. Any discussion? Roll call.
Vice Chair Chang. Vice Chair Chang is a yea. Delegate Corman. Delegate Corman is a yea. Delegate Smith. Delegate Smith is a yea. Delegate Resnick. Delegate Resnick is a yea. Delegate Bridges. Delegate Bridges is a yea. Delegate Lewis. Delegate Lewis is a yea. Delegate Grice. Delegate Grice is a yea. Delegate Shetty. Delegate Shetty is a yea. Delegate Anderson. Delegate Anderson is a yea. Delegate Acevero. Delegate Acevero is abstaining. Delegate McComas. Delegate McComas is a yay. Delegate Jones? Yes. Delegate Jones is a yay. Delegate Stanko? Yes. Delegate Stanko is a yay. Delegate McCaskill? Yes. Delegate McCaskill is a yay. Delegate Harris? Yes. Delegate Harris is a yay. Delegate Edelson? Yes. Delegate Edelson is a yay. Delegate Ivy? Yes. Delegate Ivy is a yay. Delegate Metzger? Yes. Delegate Metzger is a yay. Delegate Watson? Yes. Delegate Watson is a yay. Delegate Solomon? Yes. Delegate Solomon is a yay. Delegate Forbes? Yes. Delegate Forbes is a yay.
Hold House Bill 903, House Bill 923, Delegate Solomon.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. 923 is a bill that alters a number of pieces within MHEC, including the appointment of the Secretary and student financial assistance. There are two amendments. Amendment number 1 is technical. Amendment number 2 alters the distribution of the Promise Scholarship for community colleges, removes provisions related to institutions doing the GA verification, and instead establishes a process for MHEC to verify students and for institutions to inform students of the scholarship. And 3, adds a requirement for MHEC to work with the Segmental Advisory Council and the Financial Assistance Advisory Council to establish regulations to implement this new system. Move the amendments.
On the amendments? All in favor, say aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. Any discussion on the bill? Delegate Rice.
Amendments or the bill. The question that I have is, MHEC did send in a letter of information. They had some suggestions. Did we take any of those suggestions with those amendments?
We did, yeah, and actually I should say, Michelle has done absolute yeoman's work on helping get this bill to where it is. This is a super complicated topic. I will say there's, most of the real change in this bill doesn't go into effect for another 2 years, so we've also left a lot of space for the new MHEC Secretary to work with the committee and the Senate to make sure that this gets implemented 100% correct. Because some of it is also dependent on changes at the federal level as well that haven't fully gone into effect yet.
And we're still waiting on a new MHEC Secretary, but hopefully soon. All right, roll call.
Vice Chair Chang? Vice Chair Chang is a yay. Delegate Corman? Delegate Corman is a yay. Delegate Smith? Delegate Smith is a yay. Delegate Resnick? Delegate Resnick is a yay. Delegate Bridges? Delegate Bridges is a yay. Delegate Lewis? Delegate Lewis is a yay. Delegate Grice? Delegate Grice is a yay. Delegate Shetty? Delegate Shetty is a yay. Delegate Anderton? Delegate Anderton is a yay. Delegate Acevero? Delegate Acevero is a yay. Delegate McComas? Delegate McComas is a yay. Delegate Jones? Delegate Jones is a yay. Delegate Stanko? Delegate Stanko is a yay. Delegate McCaskill? Delegate McCaskill is a yay. Delegate Harris? Delegate Harris is a yay. Delegate Edelson? Delegate Edelson is a yay. Delegate Ivy? Delegate Ivy is a yay. Delegate Metzger? Delegate Metzger is a yay. Delegate Watson? Delegate Watson is a yay. Delegate Solomon? Delegate Solomon is a yay. Delegate Forbes? Delegate Forbes is a yay.
Bill passes. House Bill 1125, Delegate Corman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. House Bill 1125 is Delegate Solomon's Transit Grant Funding for Local Service Alterations Bill. It has amendments. Amendment 1 is technical. Amendment 2 removes all funding requirements in the bill, including inflation adjustments and grants minimum related to locally operated transit systems in the state. So as amended, all the bill does is establishes this existing program that's been around for decades in law, but does not touch the funding or otherwise allocate funding anywhere. Move the amendments.
Any discussion on the amendments? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Roll call.
Vice Chair Chang? Vice Chair Chang is a yay. Delegate Corman? Delegate Corman is a yay. Delegate Smith? Delegate Smith is a yay. Delegate Resnick? Delegate Resnick is a yay. Delegate Bridges? Delegate Bridges is a yay. Delegate Lewis? Delegate Lewis is a yay. Delegate Grice? Delegate Grice is a yay. Delegate Shetty? Delegate Shetty is a yay. Delegate Anderton? Delegate Anderton is a yay. Delegate Acevero? Delegate Acevero is a yay. Delegate McComas? Delegate McComas is a yay. Delegate Jones? Delegate Jones is a yay. Delegate Stanko? Delegate Stanko is a yay. Delegate McCaskill? Delegate McCaskill is a yay. Delegate Harris? Delegate Harris is a yay. Delegate Edelson? Delegate Edelson is a yay. Delegate Ivy? Delegate Ivy is a yay. Delegate Metzger? Delegate Metzger is a yay. Delegate Watson? Delegate Watson is a yay. Delegate Solomon? Delegate Solomon is a yay. Delegate Forbes? Delegate Forbes is a yay.
Bill passes. All right, we have a couple of bills left. We will vote tomorrow morning, so just stay tuned and listen for announcements. Once we know what time we're coming in session, we'll probably vote half an hour to 45 minutes before that. We're adjourned.